what is the nature life in Arkansas? Like, what is the Razorbacks? Is that like?
Yeah, that's the college football team, but
is there any Razorbacks in Arkansas?
not that I've seen, but you know, the Arkansas slogan is like the natural state. That's its slogan. But like my dad's seen like Black Panthers and stuff walking around and like just all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's bears and stuff out there too. Like you can walk out in your backyard and see pretty much anything. Especially where I live is like pretty much in the woods. You know?
Yeah. No, that's insane. So I guess my first question would be, when did you start streaming and like why? Like what was like your reason as to why you wanted to start streaming?
Well, being absolutely miserable at work, of course, obviously that's a huge reason behind it. But since I was, 13, watching, Optic and Nade Shot and all that, it really like, dude, I see people doing it in front of me and be like, this is possible. Now I just want to do that. You know what I mean? So I made it a goal of mine my whole teenage years, tried to upload videos, didn't work out. But the day I started streaming, it was September 11th of 2022. It was 2 days after I uploaded my first TikTok. Because I was recording myself playing 2K, trying to have like some funny videos or something.
Yeah.
And I uploaded 3 TikToks that night when I went to sleep of me playing 2K. 2K23 when it first dropped, because I knew it was hot. You know what I mean? Because it first dropped. 2K when it drops is always hot. Dropped 3 TikToks that first night. Woke up the next day with like 15,000 followers. I was like,
bro,
wait a minute. You know what I mean? And so from then on, I just put out like 6 TikToks a day, and then 2 days later started streaming. And
that's sick.
Yeah.
And was your first 2K TikToks, was that the "it is what it is" man, or was that later on?
That was
when I first found you.
Yeah, it was a little later on. It was like a month in. The first one was just me like, because I knew like how people's mentality was. I knew what make people mad. You know what makes people mad in 2K, what your teammates do.
Yeah.
I was playing a big man. I was like, oh, this makes me mad. So I went on a rant about it, and people, I guess, related to it. But later on, the "is what it is" thing, became a thing. And but yeah,
dude, because I remember like the first TikToks I saw was when you were making like new builds every day, which was hilarious. Because bro, I remember you started streaming and you were still working like hard.
Mm-hmm. I was working 2 jobs. At the time I was streaming, and like a couple days before I started streaming, my card got declined at the dollar store because of the 2K builds. I own everything I love. I went to the dollar store, the Family Dollar. I bought 2 bowls of noodles and a can of Pringles. Tried to swipe the card. It got declined. I just ran out the store on them, bro.
Oh my God.
I didn't steal it, but I just ran up at it because I was embarrassed,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, bro. So, okay. So what was like your inspiration to leave 2K completely and just go into like scary games, Fall Guys, like all that?
Inspiration to leave it, first off, was the glaring that it was going nowhere.
Yep.
And I also knew that, 2K's good. It'll be popping for a couple months, and then it'll die down. I seen the numbers when I very first started, because, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then I seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I got to do something different or it's going to go under. You know what I mean? So I seen that it was not building whatsoever. And I also seen Hogwarts Legacy on the horizon. I was like, if I can have another viral TikTok of me playing Hogwarts Legacy, I can get out of 2K and be known for another game. And then from that point, go to Variety, which thankfully it happened. That's why Hogwarts Legacy will always have like a special place.
Yeah.
Because Hogwarts Legacy is what got me out of there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the reason I got out of it, because it wasn't going nowhere.
So Hogwarts Legacy was like your first super viral clip ever.
Yep.
How many like views did that clip generate?
Dude, I think I remember getting like 18 million in a couple days.
Bro, because I remember that game was like everywhere.
It
like,
was.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was the video, just me, because I stayed up all night playing it.
Yep.
And I can't remember what exactly I said, but like, oh, I hear the birds chirping outside, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because I stayed up all night playing the game. And it went crazy. And then I remember, because when I started going TikTok live with it as well. And I remember
I'm sorry, but you're like so funny, bro.
No, you're good.
You played like till like 5 a.m.
I heard the birds chirping. The light came through the window. I was like, I just stayed up all night playing this. I got to work tomorrow. And yeah. And then I remember the first time I ever sparked up a stream that wasn't starting on 2K, because I was afraid to start on another game because I was just known for 2K. But then I did it, and I was like, okay, I think I'm pretty much out of 2K now.
Yeah, because 2K is a very scary place. Like for me, my favorite video game ever was NBA 2K17. I played that. That was my whole childhood. To be honest.
The Paul George loading screen.
But when you, and then like it would freeze at 51% when I was loading into the park with a spinning ball. So like when I see like a game go from 2K15 to 2K16 to 2K17, it's getting better every year to just decline every year.
Yeah.
And like you said, the first month of 2K, popping. If you're streaming 2K in 9 months into the year, you're streaming to like the 2K like degenerates.
Exactly. The people that only watch 2K.
Like, I will only watch 2K.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Yeah. And I knew that, you know, that's why I was like, it's not sustainable, you know. Maybe it is like barely sustainable, but I knew it's like if I ever wanted to get bigger, which I did, not physically bigger, but if I ever wanted to get like bigger, you know, like viewer count, I knew that I was like, okay, I gotta, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah. So like were you always into scary games or like, you know what I'm saying? What made you want to go down that route?
I wasn't into playing them. I played like Slender Man, the 8 Pages when I was younger, but I always watched a lot of Dashy on YouTube.
Yep.
And he played a lot of scary games and he made them funny, you know. It's one thing to play a scary game, but if you can make it funny, you know what I mean? And I always watch Dashy. You know, Dashy, he's one of the goats, man. And I was like, bro, I would like to play some scary games on stream because I know there's so many of them. And you can have something almost new to play every night. And I was like, if I can just play some scary games, I'll be cool with that because people love them, you know?
Yeah.
People love getting scared.
And I think like with your stream, it's built around obviously your personality. So like scary games and personalities go hand in hand.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like when you're like playing other games like 2K, it's like you can still be really funny on 2K. It's just way easier with a scary game.
It's way easier because you get just more variety of stuff to interact with.
Just more stuff happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah.